We have a team of reporters tonight digging deeper into this topic. First up, as we told you at 5 o'clock, the opioid crisis has put a huge strain on the foster care system. Fewer foster families means fewer options for relocating a child, which has been big consequences when it comes to school. ABC 57's Sarah Vest is live tonight from the St. Joseph County Department of Child Services. Sarah, break it all down for us.
Yeah, Brian, well, by the time that DCS gets involved, they say that most of these kids are already having some trouble in school because of what's going on at home. But relocating them is another tough transition that could be detrimental to their learning. They say education is the key to freedom.
Go night-night.
And sometimes we learn more from mistakes.
If what happened hadn't happened, I wouldn't be where I am today.
If that is the case, college student and new mom Aisha Mason is hoping that her difficult foster care journey might serve as a lesson.
And I just pray that, the difficulties that I face, she doesn't have to.
Her story begins as a 15-year-old student at Washington High School in South Bend. Aisha admits she was a troublemaker, always running away from home. She did it so often, child welfare became involved to find out why she was trying to escape, or who. Aisha says that her biological mother was abusing drugs, and when she was high, she got angry.
I was being physically abused, basically, verbally abused, and prior to also molested.
DCS immediately took her out of that situation, but finding her a safer one came with different challenges. The closest available foster family was in Lakeville, 19 miles away. It's a town with a smaller population than the total number of students enrolled at Washington High. Aisha calls the transfer to LaVille High School a culture shock.
It was a good school, don't get me wrong. Teachers and all that good stuff. I mean, it was just different. Again, I was the only minority out there, so it was very challenging.
Feeling ostracized, she tells me it was a struggle to keep up with a different curriculum.
At school, it was very hard to focus, to stay on task.
After 9 months, she had enough. But before we get any further in Aisha's story, I sat down with Melena Gant. She was the education liaison for South Bend schools at the time.
Education is a right to every child, and educational stability and continuity is so important.
Gant tells me a foster child's success is directly correlated with consistency, especially consistency in the classroom.
I think that's probably key.
Edison Intermediate social worker Jill Thornton agrees.
This is stability. They're around teacher they had before, where the students that they know, the classroom. This would be one place that there's stability.
Congress passed amendments to the Every Student Succeeds Act in 2016. They were specifically written to address the needs of children in the foster care system. So the amendments expanded the government's role in their education by doing several new things, like helping facilitate more collaboration between schools and DCS. That's why Gant now leads a team of 14 school liaisons throughout the state.
The main requirement is that we should all be communicating and collaborating together to meet the needs of every child.
The amendments are also supposed to address the issue of foster children being moved out of their home school district, which is why Aisha had such a hard time back in 2012.
If we can get more foster parents on board, this whole conversation is moot.
And that's where Aisha's story continues. 9 months after moving to Lakeville, a foster mother finally became available in South Bend. She gave Aisha the sense of normalcy that she was missing.
Her love for her kids, absolutely amazing. She just wanted to make sure that I would be comfortable in the setting that I was in.
Aisha was able to go back to school and learn at her own pace. At 19, she graduated, and she credits that to her foster mom's love and support.
All the people were just amazing, and just their attitude towards me, it was just great, and just seeing how happy they were doing what they were doing. It made me want to.
She's now studying to become a social worker herself.
They could be hit their rock bottom, and I see them reach the top. So I really like that.
And encourage more people to open their homes to foster kids.
The way you feel loving and nurturing that child, the best feeling anyone could ever have. I saw it. I watched the kids feel up from the love and nurture, but I also saw my mom get filled just by loving the kids too.
Now, right now on ABC57.com, under our Addicted America tab, you'll find a list of resources related to the opioid crisis, including information on how you can become a foster parent. That's online right now on ABC57.com. For now, reporting live in South Bend tonight, Sarah Vest, ABC 57 News.